Hello everyone, my name is Wade Charles and today I'll discuss a critical case study, the Kimberley Indigenous Protected Areas IPA program. In this presentation, we'll explore how Indigenous knowledge and modern conservation methods work together in the Kimberley IPA program to manage natural and cultural resources. We'll look at the main activities, successes, challenges, and future ideas to keep the program strong. I hope this case study will encourage more discussions about the importance of Indigenous-led conservation efforts. I acknowledge the traditional owners of the land on which we are gathered today and the people of the Kimberley region. I pay my respects to the past, present and emerging elders of these communities. I honour their deep connection to the land, waters and culture and recognise their ongoing role in caring for this country. We remain committed to working together to protect and sustain this land for future generations. Let's start by understanding traditional ecological knowledge, or TEK. TEK is the knowledge and practices Indigenous communities have created over thousands of years to care for nature sustainably. Indigenous people know a lot about their environment, like how to use the land, knowledge about plants and animals, and how nature works. As environmental problems get worse around the world, more people are seeing that TEK is important for Indigenous cultures and also very helpful for protecting the environment. Nakara 2007 explains that Indigenous knowledge, like traditional ecological knowledge, has often been pushed aside in Western science, but programs like the Kimberley IPA program are helping to change this. They are showing that Indigenous knowledge is just as important as scientific methods. By working together, we can protect the land and care for the environment using both Indigenous wisdom and modern science. This partnership helps us look after the country in a more complete and respectful way. This image compares two ways of understanding and caring for the environment: traditional ecological knowledge, TEK, and Western science. TEK is knowledge shared by talking, not writing. It sees everything in nature as connected. People learn by watching and working with nature, which is part of their culture and beliefs. TEK is based on many years of experience using descriptions from people who live and work with the land. It focuses on one place for a long time and is used daily to help people survive and care for the land. Western science is written in books and in papers. It studies nature by breaking it into smaller parts. People learn it in schools, and experts focus on different subjects. Western science uses rules and numbers, and scientists collect data. It usually studies big areas for short time and tests ideas with experiments. This image shows that TEK is based on long-term, hands-on experience in one place, while Western science measures and studies larger areas for shorter times. The following video shows how traditional owners in North Kimberley are taking care of their land and helping to reduce greenhouse gas emissions using traditional fire management. By a method called savanna burning, they create carbon credits through controlled burns in the early dry season. In this video, Darraman Bingari, traditional owners and rangers, talk about their work with fire management and the land. Special thanks to Francis Chubby Woollanguja and the traditional owners and rangers, including the Kimberley Land Council, for producing this video. Unfortunately, we had to cut that video a little bit short to fit in with the allotted time at the conference, but I thank Chubby and the Rangers for their presentation. The Kimberley region is in northern Western Australia and spans over 90,000 square kilometres. It is one of Australia's richest areas in terms of biodiversity and culture. The IPA program began in 1997 with Indigenous communities and the government working together in the Kimberley. This program allows Indigenous people to lead in taking care of the land, blending their traditional knowledge with modern conservation methods. It demonstrates how Indigenous leadership and modern science can come together to protect the environment in a sustainable way. The Kimberley IPA program has several important parts. Indigenous ranger groups play a key role in managing land and sea resources. They take part in activities like fire management, monitoring biodiversity, protecting different species, and safeguarding cultural heritage sites. Fire management is a big part of the work that Indigenous rangers do. They use traditional methods like controlled burns to stop wildfires and help the land recover. Vigilante and others in 2024 found that for fire management to work well, there needs to be strong local leadership, steady funding, and respect for traditional ecological knowledge. These things help programs like the Kimberley IPA program protect both the land and culture through fire management. The program brings many benefits. It has helped protect biodiversity by lowering the risk of wildfires and keeping the environment healthy. It also helps strengthen Indigenous culture, allowing communities to stay connected to the land and pass on their traditional knowledge. Additionally, the programs create jobs and opportunities for rangers, supports ecotourism, and encourages Indigenous-led research. Altman, in 2007, said that Indigenous managed land is important not just for conservation, but also for creating jobs and economic opportunities. The Kimberley IPA program shows this by giving people jobs as rangers and promoting ecotourism. Brady and Kearney also point out that protecting important cultural sites like rock art helps keep both culture and the environment healthy for the future. These benefits show how managing the land can strengthen communities socially, culturally, and economically. Despite its success, the Kimberley IPA program faces some challenges. Cochrane points out that many Indigenous ranger programs, including the Kimberley IPA, face funding instability due to reliance on short-term government grants. Smith also notes that capacity building remains a significant challenge, particularly in developing leadership within Indigenous communities. Another challenge is technical training. Finally, power imbalances persist, with Indigenous communities often having less influence in decision-making processes due to historical and structural barriers. Addressing these challenges is crucial for ensuring the program's long-term sustainability. A significant strength of the Kimberley IPA program is its emphasis on community-led management and co-governance. Altman and Pollack stress that Indigenous governance is most effective when communities have direct control over decision-making processes. The Kimberley IPA embodies this principle with healthy country plans that ensure Indigenous communities set the priorities for land management, supported by government and NGO partnerships. The Kimberley IPA program serves as a global model for Indigenous-led conservation. It demonstrates how TEK and modern science can collaborate to tackle complex environmental issues. The program aligns with international frameworks such as the United Nations Declaration on the Rights of Indigenous Peoples, which advocates for Indigenous peoples' rights to manage their lands. Moreover, the program supports cultural enterprises, including ecotourism and environmental services, which generate economic opportunities for Indigenous communities. One of the most successful aspects of the Kimberley IPA program is its use of traditional fire management practices, which reduce the risk of large-scale wildfires. Controlled burns by Indigenous rangers help restore ecosystem balance and mitigate the effects of climate change. Another success is preserving culturally significant sites, where TEK has been instrumental in maintaining ecological and cultural integrity. These examples show the effectiveness of combining traditional and modern conservation methods. The Department of Prime Minister and Cabinet in 2017 notes that long-term financial commitment is vital for thriving Indigenous ranger programs. To secure the future of the Kimberley IPA program, we need not only stable government support, but also private sector investment. Additionally, Smith emphasises the importance of capacity building programs to develop future leaders who can navigate the complexities of both Indigenous and Western governance systems. Let's recap the key points from today's presentation. We've explored how the Kimberley IPA program integrates TEK with modern conservation to achieve ecological and cultural goals. The program has had significant success in biodiversity, conservation, and cultural preservation, but it also faces challenges that must be addressed. Lastly, we discuss recommendations for securing long-term sustainability. In conclusion, the Kimberley IPA program shows the power and potential of Indigenous-led conservation. By integrating TEK with modern science, the program provides a sustainable, culturally grounded model for environmental management. It is crucial that we continue supporting Indigenous communities in managing their lands and resources, as their knowledge is invaluable in addressing today's environmental challenges. Thank you for your time, and I'd be happy to take any questions you may have from the floor.